Back in the day, Vice were producing some of the most high quality and most popular content on YouTube. And back then it was very rare to see production companies that made high quality content just for YouTube. They were literally at the forefront of this industry. But not all good things last forever, as came out that they are financially struggling and could be filing for bankruptcy in the next few months, which is extremely sad to see. Now this is where it gets controversial, because they are saying that the reason they are closing and that they aren't as profitable as they used to be is because of TikTok and shorts in general. Now I think this is half true and half false, and let me explain why, because I have to go pretty in depth for this. So yes, you're probably wondering, well, if short form content is the reason why, then why aren't they making short form content? Well, now short form content brings in so much more views. You can get so much more views a month doing short form content. It's so much easier to produce, way less cost and way less time. But that all sounds like positives, right? There has to be some negatives. Yes, a lot of focus on me. Focus.
There's a lot of negatives to short form content that I'm going to tell you about now.
Sorry about that, I got a bit into it. So the main negative is that it makes no money. Look at the difference between the short form content revenue and the long form content revenue. Yeah, it's just quite frankly not viable, and they are getting scammed for the amount of views they're getting. It is crazy how little short form content makes. So it's not that financially viable for a company like Vice, who like employ hundreds of people, to just put loads of time into shorts, because they're not getting their money back. But get closer again. Get closer. Closer, I said. So I don't think this is the real reason why. I think they're lying to us all on why they are going out of business. Let me explain. Sorry, I got too into it again. So let me tell you the real reason, okay? Now this is just conspiracy theories, but Vice's content has always been extremely edgy. Like, they talk about drugs, sex, and like breaking the law in every single video that's popular. And obviously new YouTube doesn't really allow this. It's censored. You don't make as much money, or you don't get pushed as much if you're talking about illegal activity, drugs, or if you are talking about sex. It's just simple as it is. And I get why. I'm not complaining about YouTube, but I get why. But that's the reason why. They had to move away from that content, and they now do loads of political content, which just doesn't get as much views as old Vice. There's no comparison. Like, look at the views now towards back in the day. There's no comparison. In short, they're catering their content to a smaller audience, meaning they're getting less views and less profit, which, I mean, isn't good for any company, and is why they are closing down. So they're either going to have to make a massive change in their content, or, you know, just suffer the wrath of a bankruptcy, which will put the company into escrow probably, meaning that someone can buy it. But if someone buys Vice, I don't imagine it going anywhere. It's going to be like Yahoo, where someone bought Yahoo, or Tumblr, and nothing's really done with them. They're just small platforms for a very limited amount of people that still use it, which I think is going to be the same with Vice. Even if Vice still produce content under new ownership, I think it won't be as good, and it will still have a lot less views. But this does not take away from the fact that Vice has made some legendary content and has paved the path for many influencers, which I think is very commendable, and I think they should pat themselves on the back for that. So what's your opinion on this Vice situation? I feel like for most people it's not that big of a deal, because Vice hasn't been big for years. It's kind of like BuzzFeed, where they haven't been big in years. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.